Thank you, Catherine, for that. Yeah, thanks, Catherine, for that. It was a really good speech. Yeah, similar to Catherine, like 5 years ago, I was here as well as a Year 8 student. Except I didn't come here with any leadership position, so I never made the promise to myself that I wouldn't be a captain. But I also made the promise that I would be a captain to Little One. I think that makes sense. But no, yeah, I didn't have the intent to become captain at all. My first intent was to survive Year 8, because our first day, Miss McKinley sort of scared us. We're only Year 7 and we got a detention, so... But it wasn't until grade 10, that was a pretty big year for me, grade 10, that I decided that I'd like to become captain. It was because we had award ceremony practice, and I see everyone laden up here at front, and I didn't know if he was captain or anything, but I just assumed he was. So I was like, that's where I want to be. I want to be centre of attention on the awards night. Last night that dream came true. So. As you will know that I have been elected school captain, and that's a pretty good honour. As Catherine mentioned earlier, the opportunities that have come from school captain have just been enormous. We've talked about Valentine's Day, parent-teacher nights and so on. We really did enjoy it. But also at the start of the year in Australia Day weekend, it was the AYDP conference, and that's a 3-day conference where we go to a university and stay there over the 3 days. You gain skills there that you don't normally gain otherwise. You have to jump out of your comfort zone, and that's a pretty big experience. And I was fortunate enough to experience that with Daniel, Haley, Jodie and myself, and yeah, it was a great experience. The friendships we developed from it, I still talk to a few people who want to send from them. And so for next year's leaders, enjoy it, make sure you get along to it, and you'll bring back a lot of things from it. No colds or anything, pretty good day. Sabre Awards as well. I don't know if Mr. Coleman or anything know this, but me personally, I really enjoyed doing the Sabre Awards. As everyone probably knows, I probably liked it best because it gave me an excuse to wear the blazer. But it also gave me a feeling of being a part of the essentialness here at school, to be trusted enough and looked upon from the school community that we will do a great job in rewarding these students that are doing great deeds for the school. It really did give me an inspiration and confidence that other people have that sort of trust within me. The sports swimming carnival, we worked really closely with the house captains. Like, that's what you've got to do next to you guys, work with them. They did a lot of the groundwork, like they did the hard work, and we just joined in. Like, if they needed help doing the chants, we were there for them. It really turned out to be a great day. And we had the radio at the sports carnival. That was a really good, that was Dan and Tina's group that initiated that, and we just kept that going. And we believe that was a great success because we were able to work with the HBE staff and a lot of other people with this. And then just also being school captain, I had the opportunity to use the resources that were available and organise that. Well, they talk about the Melbourne Cup being the race that stops the nation, but this year we had a race that stopped the world. We had people from China, America coming in watching it. It was a really big race. That was a race between Michael Roberts versus Jared Nicholas. Takes on the big Woody, Ash Woody. We won't talk about that because Jared's still a bit upset about that. Yeah, so just that sort of resource that you have access to. That was just an example. Also, with your captain and leaders and all that, you have lunches with the other leaders from different schools, and this is truly awesome. That's pretty much the best way to say it. It's truly awesome. You meet new people, you share ideas of what you've done, what you're going to do, and you can bring some of that back to your school and try and implement it here yourself. And the other schools are like Muir, Southern Cross, Clontarf is about. The Deception Bay, they come along, and it's really good to have everyone down there. Again, as Catherine said, we love the free food right here. But the sad thing about it is not every school gets behind it. But here at Redcliffe State High School, we are lucky enough to have Mr. Coleman and Mr. McKinley dead set behind it, supporting it all the way. We're lucky enough to have 2 here this year, and hopefully our kids going. However, my greatest memory being school captain, Catherine, it's been tied for me actually this year. As Catherine mentioned, it was the opening of the overpass. That was a very big honour for me. I really enjoyed it. It filled me with a lot of inspiration, sort of thing. Just have that sort of trust within me again. But as Catherine's already said that, I'll move on to the thing that came second, or tied first. and that was Anzac Day. I don't know if any other people felt this, but just to be a leader, you know, grade 12, you should have felt it too, just be up front there leading the Anzac Day march, it was just amazing. Just looking behind you and just seeing this ocean of blue, it was just amazing, the best feeling I've ever felt all of my high school life. But then also to be lucky enough to be up front there with the Aussie flag, walking down that street, just seeing the people's faces, people that's in the crowd, the veterans, you know, you could see in their face that they were honoured, they're proud to have such like a school that is so dedicated into representing and respecting these fallen soldiers. So that was a great honour for me, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life. With this in mind, being a student leader role, at first I thought, yeah, we've got to have meetings, and Josh, you're probably the same, mate. You're like, oh, great, got to go to meetings. They are boring? No. They're great fun, you know. I thought, yeah, meetings, you go there, you get this thing done, and you go and you waste your lunchtime. But actually, it makes your lunchtime more enjoyable. You get to talk to people, you have jokes, you pay people out. It's a great way to do it. And other than that, that's the student council meetings. But as Ms McKinlay mentioned in her speech, we had the meetings with Mr Coleman and Ms McKinlay in the morning, and I don't know if you realise how much we value those times. It is a great honour. It's an honour. But to be treated like an adult, that's probably the best thing. Catherine probably agrees, and Hayley and the rest of the leaders. It is just to have that confidentiality sort of thing, the closed doors. It is a great thing for everyone. But yeah, as Catherine said in her speech, it just highlights the fact that they're always there for you. So if you ever need them, just go in their office, doors open, and they'll be there for you. But yeah, that's my role as school captain. I really had a few, there's not enough time to really talk about everything about what I've done this year, but Anzac Day is probably the main thing that I really want you to get across. That I was really honoured to be the leader of you, to represent you as a whole group, and it was great. For the advice of next year's leaders, first thing I've got to say, it doesn't even start until next year. It doesn't start next year, it starts today. Enjoy leadership camp. That is going to be the best experience of this whole thing. You know, you're already 11, but it's going to be a memory that lasts till you're 48. Yeah, so make sure you enjoy it. Friendships that you develop from it, personal experience, you get so close to people that you never thought you would get close to. So you make sure you don't be afraid to do things. Jump out of your comfort zone and get into it. Learn to say no. It's not a criminal offence to say no. If you don't think you can do it, just say no. Just say no. But in contrast to that, be prepared to jump out of your comfort zone. Alright? The best thing about doing it here when you're a leader is you're going to have people here to catch you if you fall. Alright? If you fall, they're going to be here to catch you, so just jump in it. You know, make the leap. If you make it, it's all good. If you don't make it, well, you're out of the job. But yeah, next thing, get your other leaders' phone numbers. They will come in handy. Daniel, thanks for the list, mate. Yeah, just make sure you get the numbers, because on the weekend, you know, you'll probably ring up and just say, is there anything on next weekend? And you know, even friendships get developed with your leaders, so make sure you get the phone numbers, because I know with me and Catherine, we had a friendship that developed pretty closely that came out from the school captain. We didn't know each other before that. But yeah, like 3-hour phone calls on a weekend, that's how it came out too. And so that's what you got to use. You use what you got. So yeah.